Okay, so I don't know how this is going to work, but I have called Cooper's office before when supporters were doing things like saying that they've got evidence that Darley's getting out in 2014. They kept saying it over and over. So I called Cooper's office and I talked to Jackie, his wife. That's his receptionist. And I said, it was funny because I had it up on video. Some people might remember it. And I said, yeah, these supporters are out here saying that Darley's getting out in 2014 and they've got new evidence. And she goes, Darley Routier? And I said, yeah, these supporters just making it look like you guys have got her out. You know, blah, blah. And Jackie goes, 2014, huh? It's like she didn't believe it. But I sent the message over to Coop. Coop wrote in the Cult of Darley. If you look up the Cult of Darley, the Texas Observer, and read what Coop says about these supporters. He says most of the time they make it worse for her, and you know that they just make her look bad. You know, he said that years ago. You know, they're crazy people that just make her look bad, and he wished people would stop coming up with these dumb theories. That's what he said. You know, Coop knows that these supporters are making things worse than better. He knew that years ago. You know, so let's see what happens here. Because I'm pretty sure he doesn't know about Danelle's TikTok. If he does, he needs to. Because the stuff that she's saying out here, let's say Darley has a chance at another trial. The stuff that Danelle's saying out here is putting a dent in that. It's making Darley look worse. I mean, she can't look any worse, but it's making, you know, it's compounding what we've all known for all these years. The reason that they are so angry is because they know they're lying. They can't convince anybody of this bullshit. You know, and Darley's sitting in there, you know, it's her job. You know, it's you know, Darley Key even said, well, I work for Darley now. You know, while she's going to get day spa stuff and people are paying bills for her and stuff. You know, when Elias died, Elias Sayeg, he was really a strong supporter of Darley's. He loved her, you know, but he was a wealthy guy. And he sent her lots of money all the time. And we stopped him. We intercepted when they told him that they needed $1,100 for some kind of test that was already paid for. He was on his way down to the bank to pay it. And we stopped him from doing that. And you know, he was sick, but he owned like a Whole Foods market. But he stuck up for Darley. He didn't care. He fought with me, 70-some years old. He didn't care. He didn't give a shit about the evidence. Darley was innocent. I tell you the truth, Darley free soon. He passed away. I liked him, even though I played some shit on him to make him look silly. But when he died and passed away, there was no comments from Darley Key, no comments. He sent her like a couple $100 a week there for a while. He was paying a lot of her stuff. Not a goodbye, nothing. Nothing. Same thing for Kathy Cruz. They used him up. They used him up. So I'm going to try this to see if it works. I'm going to do Darley a favor.
This is Steve Cooper, attorney in Dallas, and I can't answer the phone right now. If you will leave me your name and phone number, I'll call you back as soon as I can.
Please leave your message after the tone. When done, hang up or press the pound key.
Hey, Coop, this is BryanSt.John. I follow the Darley Routier case, and I've seen you dedicate your life pro bono to her. And the work that you're doing is good. I know that you believe that she's innocent. I don't. What I wanted to do, I've called you guys years ago too. What I wanted to do is lead you to her sister's TikTok channel, Fugate 1982, and just watch some of the things that she's saying there. She's totally lying about this case. Example, Darlie's DNA was not found on the outside of that sock. She's telling people that the word superficial was never used in the trial. The part where Dennis Stahl began fondling her at the age 8, she said he never did that. So who's lying? But I'm concerned because I know you're trying to do a job, and what she's doing is damaging any foundation of innocence. If there's people out there that could believe in her innocence, Danelle's not innocent. Danelle's making her look guiltier than she is. She's flat lying over and over and over again on this. I feel like you should take a look at it. This is your client, and I know you already know what to do. You're a good lawyer. I got no problems with you. I've watched you for years. But I think that you should take a look at it, because Danelle is making, I read The Cult of Darlie that you wrote in. Danelle is making her look way more guilty. She literally said, "You don't want me to turn into Mama Darlie on you, because that won't be good for anybody." She's out here lying, and she's making the people like yourself and that are working really hard to show innocence, and all right, thank you, goodbye. Well, I guess that's the end of that. He gave me 2 minutes and 18 seconds. I hope he gets it. I hope he goes over there and looks at her channel, and I hope he tells her to fucking stop. And stop, man. It's ridiculous. You should be ashamed of yourself now. You should. God. We're going to keep on exposing you. We're going to do this shit the legal way. I kind of think, and I'm not going after somebody's job. Let me tell you this now. But you have a certain ethics that you're supposed to keep as a nurse. That, where you take care of people. There's sort of HIPAA things there. Where you have to have compassion to take care of people. Well, let's say that you have worked all your life and you damaged yourself and you can't work anymore and you need to rely on disability, right? Would you want a nurse like Danelle to come take care of you? Because of your back and you want to live off of other people's money. That's what she sees disability as. Is somebody living off other people's money. Now I'll give you an example. When Rich was off work for a while, he wasn't living off other people. And the thing with Rich is, I like Rich. I like him. But that's pissing me off that's going on over there. He's letting those lies stay, and he lets some evil, vindictive, lying bitches get up there on his panel. And I want nothing to do with that. So rather than go the fuck off on Rich, who I like, I figured I'd just move away from it slowly. I don't want to ever say a mean word to that man. So I figured he's been nice to me all these years. But I don't want any part of that bullshit over there. If you dig through Rich's stuff, it's bullshit. But let them have it. They have a right to that. I would suggest that any non-supporter that's thinking on sliding over there to look at Rich's channel, don't. Don't. Because if they say something that isn't right, and you correct it, it'll get deleted. And then excuses will be made for why it got deleted. And I'm telling the people that run these channels that when a supporter comes in and says something, a non-supporter, politely corrects them, and you delete that, you're a sad sack of shit. You're a sad sack of shit if you press that delete button on the truth. Let's get rid of the truth. That's sad that you guys have to support her that way. I mean, isn't that a clue? I don't have to delete any of my comments. Nobody's going to come and tell me where I'm wrong. Come show me where I'm wrong. I'm so confident in this case. I'll debate it with anybody. Anybody. And I turn into a totally different person when I'm debating this case. I stay focused on it. And there's nothing you can get past me on it. If anybody wants to debate me on this Darley case, bring it. That's how confident I am. I've learned from the best. The best. One, myself. And two, the people that are in these groups. If I don't know the answer, they do. We have surrounded ourselves with the truth. If we need to know something, we put it in a message and one of the non-supporters will tell us. We'll go back and research it and find it as fact. We will not let a non-supporter jump up there and say, she's guilty because I saw her with a baseball bat and she threw the vacuum cleaner at the kids and was beating on them. We don't do that. We don't make up shit. Because some other non-supporters say, you know what? That ain't right. You need to cut that shit out. We don't just bond with anybody just because they are a non-supporter. There's a few non-supporters I don't like. You know, there's a bunch of them don't like me. But we don't ride the hate train. You guys are on the Darley hate train. You guys don't correct each other. It's pathetic. It's very pathetic. Danelle's lies are affecting me. Danelle's lies are affecting me. It's affecting me badly. But, you know, I wouldn't do anything to jeopardize my freedom or anything like that. But I will make her look as foolish as I fucking can on here. And I do that in the name of Devin and Damon. You know, everything, this stuff, that I have a passion for that. She says we have no lives or nothing like that, blah, blah, blah. You know, we have no, all we can do is obsess over Devin and Damon. No, there's other cases too. You know, but you're in there talking, you're in there, Lucio, Holberg, fucking everybody's innocent. You're a fucking dangerous person. There's really, really bad people over there that will take advantage of you. Explain how you've been, why don't you explain it? Why don't you show how you've been harassed by somebody? You're doing it. You're a sorry ass, just like your mother.